Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Mr. W from Mr.W Games. Today we're revisiting an old series on the channel, Redux Code. Now I started this a while back. At the time I wasn't really good at commentating, editing, or just know how to do jump cuts, or just make a video entertaining overall in general. No doubt, let me revisit the series, because I still haven't finished the game yet. I barely even made a dent into the game yet. So I'm like, let me start this again, because I really enjoyed this game. And I'm like, you know what, let me try this again. Yeah, I did skip ahead a bit since most of like the beginning is text heavy, ain't much to do yet. Most of the meat and potato comes later. So we're going to start off from here. Alright, so we are in a train full of people. And this character, we are Simon. Yeah, we are Simon, and we're a college student that's on a train because we're broke and been eating pizza for a while. That hits really home. Anyway, ultimately, sitting down was meaningless. I knew that. Yet, I took the seat anyway before anyone else could. Deep inside, I was triumphant. It was a hollow victory, but a victory nonetheless. You gotta take them where you can get them. I could tell I won something or another when Marco took a glance at me, as apparently he has been penning for the seat too. Better luck next time, buddy. Simon 1, Marco 0. Still, we're ways away from home, which meant the battle I won didn't win the war yet. While we got to each station very quickly, we had a number of them between now and then. I looked at the clock at a certain time since I left as soon as my exam has been over with. It's 5 p.m. I still can believe it took around 2 hours to head to the airport, pick up Jasmine, and come back with public transport. It might have been faster had I possessed my own car, but I wasn't that lucky. I could barely afford my studies. Still, since we're a decent way off, not a decade off, I figured it wouldn't be bad if I took a small bit of a rest. Not fancy, just close my eyes. Not fancy, really. Normal situation as they came, and yet there was somehow this was still how all this business started. On April 22, 2022, that's a lot of twos. I was sitting in the metro minding my business. Nothing fancy. Yet when I closed my eyes, all movement ceased. The train suddenly stopped moving completely. Didn't feel the presence of anyone around me or anyone around me anymore. It was like time stood still. Or maybe I was asleep. That was the likeliest explanation. I must have been really tired. As I was drifting off, something grabbed me back. His voice. A girl talking. Never heard her voice before, though. Was it the train announcer? No, that was the older lady. This one was a youthful voice. Who was it? I could barely hear it. She repeated herself louder this time. Listen, if you stay asleep like that, we're gonna be in trouble. Asleep? I wasn't asleep. I can hear what she's saying. Couldn't she see that? My body felt like lead anyway. Couldn't stand up just yet. So, wake up already. Are you okay? The train stopped. She was so insistent, too. Who was this girl? Never heard her voice before. As the seconds passed, my body became operational again. I felt stiff all over, as if I'd been in deep sleep. Perhaps she was right. Maybe I dozed off really hard there. Hey, wake up already. My eyes finally opened, and everybody's gone. Seemed that I'd fallen asleep indeed. That was embarrassing. Now I couldn't deny it. Took a look around and noticed things weren't just as she said. The train had stopped. It never came to a standstill like this, unless it offloaded a few passengers, or if it was no longer in the service for the day. Huh. The girl next to me was Jasmine. For some reason, couldn't put a face to her voice before. Now it came all too apparent. I was still a little too groggy from my nap, so I chose to listen to her before doing any sort of exploration. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm pretty weirded out. I sat down for a moment, and right after that, I was alone with you. Seemed like that fact was making her embarrassed too. Her cheeks took on a slightly rosy tint. I'd assume she wasn't lying about it then. I have no idea where Marco is. This is a bother. Did he leave us behind? No, he's not the type. Probably just waiting outside to jump scare us. Sure, this is not normal. Sat down, and right then, everyone else vanished in the span of a single moment, I tell you. Okay, I get it. So you fell asleep too, and... No, my eyes were open. Sure. That's easy. Quick interjection here. I know I haven't gotten too far in the game, but... how do people just vanish with their eyes just right open? Yeah, that seemed kind of weird. Because when I first played through this part at the beginning, I always found that weird that just people just vanish with their eyes open. I'm like, I felt like there had to be more to it. People just don't vanish in front of your eyes. Now, like I said, I haven't gotten too far in the game yet, but still, a little suspicious. But I guess I'll let it go for now. For a moment, I thought I got through to her, but she shook her head with an exasperated sigh. My companion threw out her arm to expose the rest of the train. And this place is very strange. You're free to have a quick look around before we go. Don't worry, we have plenty of time. I woke up several minutes ago and still have to move. Woke up, is that right? So you did sleep. Oh, shut up. Either way, I decided to conduct my own search around this place. And that's another thing she did. She kind of contradicted herself there. She's overall so really suspicious. I mean, they might explain later, they might not, but who knows? The strange panel in the back of the train was especially interesting. When I'd be done, I'd just go for the exit. I guess I'd just look at all this. There were seats furnishing the train compartment. They were pretty small, snugly squished together to maximize the use of space. They weren't comfortable. Probably done on purpose so people didn't sit down if they could. So people didn't sit down if they could avoid it, or maybe so they won't fight over seats. Clearly, that didn't work out in Metro favor. If that was the case, they wouldn't set up like this. That wouldn't be nice, because like if you have a person here, the knee's gonna be in somebody's thigh when they sit down. Yeah, that didn't really work out well. The wall is weird. Separating the compartment from the frontal one, there was a faint outline of a door, as if the conductor could access it, but with no handle. Has it always been there? Maybe. I'm probably only noticing now because I was looking around. Maybe because of my imagination, but I feel like I was caged in. Look around the opposite side. I saw they blocked up this compartment from the rest of the train. No, a wall with a large red X has been installed between each of the two compartments. It was as only accessible ones would be these ones. Something strange was going on. Well, if I fell asleep and people disappeared, yeah, I would say that too. Why would we put a wall? Why would they put up this wall? The station was completely deserted outside. There was absolutely no one I could see. The same could be said for the other side. Both sides were empty. Normally, train passed on both sides of the wall, but if Jasmine said were true, the fact that this one didn't move, the fact there was no other pass by, was very strange. Still, my destination was right outside the train. Perhaps I'll be a better understand what I was seeing out there. The walls were covered in metal plates too. This wasn't what the station looked like normally. This is in fact not a stripper pole. Oh, thank you, Captain Obvious. It was something much more dangerous. First of all, the pole was covered in germs. People head onto it to keep some balance when the train's moving, since most had to stand up. Sometimes the trains were so packed that you had to squeeze like sardines against one another. It was pretty hard to breathe as well. I obviously didn't need to hold on to it because I mastered the art of spreading my weight over my legs. All I had to do was open them a slightly bit wider than usual and stand perpendicular to our direction of movement. By shifting my weight accordingly, I could fight off the pull of gravity and didn't have to hold on to those things. Immortal against those germs. You fell asleep, right? I know I said woke up, but I didn't really. I sat down and everyone instantly vanished. It was inspontaneous, like I tell you. That's pretty whack. Alright. I can believe what she was saying. She definitely fell asleep, but she's too proud to admit it. I look outside the train through one of the windows, and there was no telling which station was. Why it's not moving away? Were they in an alarm? Our stop was way earlier than that. It would be such a bummer if that was the case. I don't know why it's stuck here. I don't think we missed a stop. For some reason, I think this is it. On one hand, the fact that it's not moving is weirding me out. On the other hand, it means we didn't mix it up, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe something happened in the back of the area and we just missed it. If that was the case, we should hurry outside then. Well, it is. It's not something we should worry too much about. Yeah, I would. Because, you know, train stations don't look like that. People don't disappear in front of your eyes. And walls don't just, you know, walls that have doors in them with no handle just don't appear out of nowhere. That's just me. I'm just saying. Nothing happened for several minutes. But, and consider this. If it was an earthquake, for example, maybe we're just between two tremors. Should hurry out of here. Oh, there's no earthquake here. Where do you think we live? Montreal. That's where you live, at least. Anyway, there's no earthquake here. Take your time. Nothing else is happening. Alright, I'm ready to go. Finally, I've been waiting for you, even if you were asleep, because I didn't really go without you. Well, the door's closed behind me, right? Yeah, good thinking. Now that we're done, let's go. We both step outside the train. Look at the strange plates on the wall for a few moments until something snapped me back. The doors to the train closed behind me and made me turn around quickly. You going away now? My question fell on deaf ears as Jasmine and I watched it roll away. Soon it's gone just like that. Should we have stayed inside? I don't think so, no. That might sound strange, but I have a feeling was it waiting for us to leave before doing the same. That sentence is a bit weird, but I'm not really good at sentence structure. I wasn't really good at English. Trains don't wait for people, Jasmine. It's the people who wait for trains. Anyway, I noticed something strange earlier. She pointed at me. Before I could act indignant, I took a look behind myself, knowing a welcome committee of two was coming towards us. Was she pointing at them? No, she was just pointing at me, directly at my neck, in fact. But that can wait. For now, I said the two was coming up to us. They were strange enough that I would consider her words were meant for the two of them. First, the duo was old man. He looked so old his hair was entirely white. No, there was a slight grayish tint to it too. He was in 60s, maybe 70s. His outfit was also strange. Hunched over, he wore several layers. A white shirt, a gray vest with golden stripes, and two metallic shoulder pads. He also had a bag at his side. The one accompanying him was much younger. I couldn't see much of her face, so I couldn't tell how young, but from how she looked, she might have been in her 20s, just like Jasmine, Marco, and I. However, there was a clear difference between us. Namely, she was adorned with a very strange things. There was a headset on her, along with a facial plate mask. Was she playing some sort of game? Stranger was even the rest of her outfit. It made me think of Japanese shrine maidens. It wasn't exactly clear what the dress was supposed to be, but it was a sharp contrast to technology on the head. Now, young man, it's rude to stare, you know. I rolled up my eyes for a moment while Jasmine took the lead. Hello. Sorry to bother you. We're kind of lost and... Oh, of course I understand. We're in the same predicament as you, I'm afraid. We were starting to believe we would be the only ones here, but you arrived and trained much like us. I've been discussing about investigating when you came around, and now training's gone. Alright, so my name is... Sure you want to give your name to a frail old man that's myself? Foreshadowing. He is not frail. Information can be troublesome if it falls in the wrong hand. While I'm glad you're willing to trust me that much, it doesn't really matter if you call yourself by something else. No? Didn't understand what you were suggesting. Jasmine did not seem to share my confusion. Instead, considered his words carefully. Perhaps she figured this meeting strange too, as she backpedaled on the decision. You're right. Felt this little unorthodox, so then fine. You can call me Jay. How's that? J? Or do you mean the letter J? The letter's fine. Look at anything. Not much one, but one nonetheless. Then Father Bosch was so hesitant about this. Has she participated in something like this before? Suddenly, a cold feeling spread through my spine. Was this dangerous in fashion? No, Simon, you gotta stop thinking this way. There had to be some kind of explanation. Then I'll be S. But that seems reasonable enough. Later beside the E in that case. And as for me, I'll be A, as in a knight of justice at your service. He is no knight. I don't know about justice, but he definitely ain't no knight. Put his hand into his chest and act solemnly about it. If he really was a knight, that might explain his weird appearance. Though there was something off about him. It was as if a part of what he said didn't seem sincere. I have several questions. I may have several answers. Please don't be afraid. First of all, you two dressed a bit weird now. Don't become much rude of me. That's quite alright. Yeah, I wasn't saying anything, but it's a little out there. Don't worry about it. What you both should be worried over, I think, is the fact we're wearing collars. That's squinting a little. Well, that's right. Around his neck was a strange black collar. It would also be present around E's neck. When I look at Jasmine, she had one too. When I say we, I mean all of us. We both have one just like ours too. I'm afraid that's not part of my usual fashion. I noticed that earlier. That must been what she was pointing at before the two of them came to us. I wanted to examine closer, but I couldn't obviously see mine, and I didn't think it was polite to ask either two of the others. Can you turn around, Jay? I want to see the back. It looks a bit stranger. Huh, okay then. Just as I thought, in the back there was a strange circle, like some kind of red scanner, or maybe like a red button. Perhaps person released a collar, but in case why we have to wear these. It was equally possible the button was dangerous. I left it alone for now and wanted to take a chance. Still, while examining it closely, a thought flashed by me. I remember when we were on the train earlier. I was on the train with Marco. Where's Marco anyway? He didn't try to scare us like he thought it would. If somebody tried to scare us right now, I'd be a little suspicious of where you've been the entire time. I'd be very suspicious. Like, so where you been at the entire time? Because I got a few questions to ask you. You've been here the entire time. There's some sort of lock in the back, I think. There's a glowing red button, but I don't think it'd be a good idea to press it. I don't know what would happen. I see. Oh, something's coming. I pulled away, looking in the direction of something coming. It was another train that arrived at our station, just like ours that's been stopped earlier. Interesting. I can see two men in this one. Jasmine, A, and I went over the window to stare. The only one who didn't move at all was E, in fact. She hadn't been spoken once ever since the two of them came to us. But all the thoughts were dispelled when I noticed one of the men was side with Marco. The other large, buff man, he looked particularly young. You tell because he was a redhead. Even his hair had several long streaks of gray scattered throughout it. We could come on one side, and the other side a bit of a mess. So it was like that when we arrived too. Think we didn't open doors? I didn't say how we could do it, but we can try it. Let's try, I guess. Yeah. I tried to figure those doors when open. We tried to add the automation system. Yet we decided to have a look around the train, just in case. And this is where I'm gonna stop. Yeah, this is a good stopping point. We're getting back in the feel of everything. Like and subscribe. Thank you for all you guys' support throughout my channel. And this is Mr. W. Bye.